if they say they don't deserve it or they say they feel guilty, I'm like, okay, well, why? Like, why do you feel guilty? Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, now why did that come up? Okay, then you get to the end of it and we say, okay, you don't actually feel guilty about money. It's actually this whole other thing that you feel guilty about, and it relates to money. It's super fascinating.
Welcome to the Money, Mindset, and Manifestation podcast. I'm your host, Marley Rose Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about all things entrepreneurial, personal growth, and self-development with a little side of spiritual woo-woo. I have successfully turned my side hustle into a multiple six-figure business while traveling the world and living a life I've only dreamed of. I hope by listening to this show it inspires you to do the same and start manifesting everything on your vision board. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Money, Mindset, Manifestation podcast. Today, we are putting the freaking money in the name. Does that make sense? Okay, so today, this is actually a very highly requested episode, and I'm so excited to share about it today. I just, wrote out everything I'm going to talk about, and we got some juicy tips for you today on how to manifest more money. You know what? Let's just hop right into it. I'm so excited to share this, so let's get right into it. So I have 5 tips here, and these are tips that you can implement today. And so I hope that provides you a lot of value. And if you apply these tips and they work, make sure to tag me, send me a message on Instagram. I cannot wait to see you putting these all into action. Okay, so tip number 1. Also, I just want to preface and say that these are so basic that you're going to be like, surely this doesn't work. But sometimes the most simple things are the most magical things. And this is what I've had the most success with. So just listen with a very open mind. Okay, so my first tip is to ask for it. Are you actually asking and declaring for the money that you want? Are you? Because when you start asking for it, that's when it actually comes true, because the universe and your guides and whatever you believe in, God, whoever, they just assume you're okay unless you ask for it. So I want you to actually start declaring what you want. And you can do that through morning journaling, through prayer. I like actually writing on my vision board. So every couple months, I'll write my new monthly goal, my vision board, and really declare what you want. I keep saying this, but I have to keep recreating my vision board because they keep coming true, which is amazing. So that just goes to show that this actually works. So one quick tip off the hop is just to simply ask for it. And some of you might be like, holy shit, I'm not even asking for it yet. So I want you to start really, asking for it any chance that you get. I ask for it every single morning. And so far, that's been definitely one of the easiest and biggest tips I have for you. Okay, so the second one is a little more detailed, but I want you to be in an energetic match for money. And what do I mean by this? So your subconscious mind was formulated from the ages of 0, and I mean when you were in your womb, to 7. So when during these years you were told what it means to have money, what it means to, lose money, all the things that you know right now, you learned from ages 0 to 7. So this typically comes from our caretakers, from our parents, friends, and that's how we have our belief around money right now. And typically, unless your parents were, amazing, which I hope they were, but all of us have, our second guessing around money and traumas around money. But that gets passed down. So if your parents, were scarce about money, if one of your parents believed that they didn't deserve money, if money came and go quickly, you are going to adopt those thoughts. So your vibration around money can be very low, if you can imagine. A lot of my clients will come to me and be like, I'm actually afraid that no one's going to pay me. I'm afraid that no one's going to buy my offer. I'm scared what people are going to think of me. I feel like I don't deserve this money. I feel guilty about having money. If that's you and those are your thoughts, I just want to say that is not you. Those are someone else's thoughts that you have adapted. But the beautiful thing is that we can actually change those thoughts. So this is a very scarce mindset. So you're coming from a very low vibration. And obviously that if you have that vibration around money, how are you supposed to attract more money into your life? Because I know you're only listening to me right now, but I wish you could see me. But just imagine your hand like going across here. You're putting it in front of your body, just straight across, a straight line across from you. And this is your vibration. Now I want to take your other hand. I want you to do the exact same movement, but like a foot above it, okay? And that is the energy of the money. So if you can imagine, money's all the way up here and you're down here, your paths are never going to cross. And so in order to get that money, you're going to have to raise your vibration and to become an energetic match for it so that when money is headed towards you, you can meet it where it's at. And by doing this, we just need to rewire those thoughts that you have about yourself. And I have been working on this for years now of like rewiring those thoughts. And at every, next level that you get to, there's new thoughts that come up. So this is like, I truly believe, a lifelong practice around rewiring and up-leveling. And every time you up-level, there's going to be new things that come up and you just got to keep working through them. So there are many ways to actually work through this. Maybe one of the most effective ways is through hypnotherapy. So hypnotherapy, you actually can dive into the subconscious of someone's mind and speak to it. You're going to be like, if you've never heard of hypno, you're going to be like, what? And this is not hypnotherapy like getting hypnotized on a stage and like speaking, like acting like a chicken. This is an actual like very scientific approach to rewiring your subconscious mind. And it's so amazing to do this to manifest more money. So then you go into your subconscious mind and you say, hey dude, like we don't think this anymore. This is what we do think. And then after your hypno session, you'll feel yourself like those thoughts will actually go away and you'll have new thoughts around money and money will manifest to you much easier because you believe you deserve it. You know you're worthy of it. Fun fact, this is actually something I'm becoming certified in 2 weeks. Hello. But if you can find a hypno like online, on Instagram, and just say like, I want to work on my money mindset, they're going to be like, oh, hell yeah. So that's one way. I think a coach is also a really great way to work through your money trauma and really get to see, hear, because a coach hears what you're saying and can emulate it back to you in a more positive way of like, okay, I hear you saying this, but let's switch it to this. And when you get called out like that, it really helps you start to switch your mindset around that. That's what I try to work with a lot of my clients on is, if they say they don't deserve it or they say they feel guilty, I'm like, okay, well, why? Like, why do you feel guilty? Okay, let's go back to that. Okay, now why does that come up? Okay, then you get to the end of it and we say, okay, you don't actually feel guilty about money. It's actually this whole other thing that you feel guilty about and it relates to money. It's super fascinating. So definitely I think hiring a coach, if that's in your budget, I think is so helpful. It's helped me so much. And then kind of on the back, piggyback of that, it's like to really start watching your language. So what are you saying about money? I have people message me all the time, like, I've tried everything. I'm not making enough money. I don't deserve enough money. Like, I'm so scarce about money. It's like, okay, well, if you're saying those thoughts, of course that's how you feel because your thoughts become real. Sorry. If your words, that's what you're saying, your words become your reality. So when you say, oh yeah, I don't have any money, I'm broke, I can't afford that, that's like, oh, like delete. I don't even want to say it out loud because that's what you're attracting in. Like if you say those words, I don't want to say it again. That's what you're manifesting for your life. So really take a few days and just be conscious. Like, what am I saying around money, And even if, yeah, sure, maybe it's not in your budget, let's switch the language of like, okay, right now, that's not my budget, but hopefully in the future it will be. Like switching a negative to a positive, and that will help you raise your vibration even slightly. Another thing is actually to affirm it. So I do money mantras every single morning. So I say, I'm a magnet for money. I love money. Money loves me. And these have been like so helpful. I'll link it in the show notes, but I actually made an episode I think it was like 3 or 4 ago, where I speak about a money manifestation affirmation podcast. That's a mouthful. And basically the goal is to listen to that every morning and night. And by repeating these affirmations, it goes into your subconscious mind and helps you rewire your thoughts and believe it. So I encourage you to listen to that, try listening to that. And then I also would encourage you to even write it down. Like, you don't have to do both, one or the other. But I swear to God, if I'm having like a bad week in sales and I'll start doing my money affirmations, it's like boom. I'm like, okay. It's like really that easy. If you're in the alignment. Okay. And then my last one here is EFT tapping. Okay. I'm also becoming certified in EFT tapping, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know so much about it, but it basically helps move your thoughts as well. It can help rewire your subconscious mind. And so just look up EFT tapping for money manifestation. And by doing these every day, it can help manifest more money for you. So like, hell yeah. And they're usually like less than 10 minutes. It's kind of like a meditation, but you're tapping points on your body to move the thoughts into you. Again, I don't want to speak too much about it because if I'm being completely honest, I don't know so much about it, but I know I've been doing EFT tapping for other manifestations and it's been working immensely. And I've heard the best things about people doing EFT tapping for money. So I was like, I'm just going to throw that in there in case anyone EFT taps and they're like, oh my God, why haven't I thought to do that about money? So yeah, that was tip number 2. And it's kind of more scientific, but manifestation actually really is scientific. I apologize for anyone here who's a scientist and if that offended you. But becoming an energetic match for money, and if you're wondering why you're not manifesting money, I hope this gave you more clarity on maybe things and patterns in your life that could be contributing to that. Okay, so my third one is to feel good. And you're going to be like, what? That's so simple. But yes, we manifest and we become magnets when we feel good. I swear to you, every time I learn about manifestation or I hear someone talk about manifestation, the underlying theme is the same, which is to feel good. So let me just give you an example. You know, when you go on holiday and you're vibing high and everything's working out to you, if you own a business, you're probably like getting so many clients and you know, things are just moving and shaking for you, okay? That is energetic alignment. So your vibration is high, you're manifesting, you're attracting high things. Vice versa, if you wake up and you have a shitty day, in a shitty mood, everything tends to go wrong for you in the day. We've all had those days. And that's really not a coincidence. So we are energy. Everything around us is energy. So what do you want to attract? Do you want to attract low vibe things or high vibe things? And the thing you have to do to differentiate what you're attracting is just to be what you want to attract. So I know it's easier said than done when you're not feeling, you know, the highest vibe, but what are small baby steps that you can incorporate into your day to start feeling better and better and better? And when you can switch to that high vibration, you will be so much more in alignment and available for making massive money. So what are some things that you can incorporate in your day, in your morning routine, just throughout the week that make you feel really, really good? Because that will become, again, a magnet for you. And the funny thing is that actually one of my clients, I actually gave her homework to start doing fun things during the week. And she ended up signing, she was having like a lull, and then she ended up signing 4 clients in like 1 week. And I was like, see, that's what happens when you feel good. And then she like didn't even put it together yet. She's like, oh my God, I didn't realize. I'm like, yeah, when you're like out having fun, feeling good, the universe is like, oh damn, like she's having a high vibe, like let's throw all the high vibe things at her. And then she's like, wow, it's just like such an amazing shift when you can realize like when you truly feel good things happen to you. I'm sure we've all had experiences of this. So my tip here is to really try to get into a feel-good state every day. I mean, I freaking know, dude, like Corona and everything going on, it's not the easiest time right now. But as much as you can, really try to prioritize truly feeling good every day. Okay, tip number 4 is to be grateful for what you already have in terms of, that's everything, but when it comes to money, so you can't call in more if you're not even grateful for what you already have. And who did I hear say that on a podcast? I think it was from The Big Leap, actually. And he talks about gratitude in there. That's an amazing book if you've never listened to it. And he talks about how you really have to be grateful, obviously, for what you have to call in more. And I thought of like an interesting analogy for that. So imagine if you're giving someone money, right? And they're being so greedy and they're like, I want more. And then you're like, I just gave you $10. And like, well, I want more now. And then it's like, okay, well, like, I just gave you $10, like, calm down, you know? And that's the vibration you're sending off if you get money and then you're like, okay, now I want more. And like, you never are stop and be grateful for what you already have. And when you're grateful what you have and you see people who are grateful for what they have, they are energetical magnets for bringing in more. So don't be the vibe of like greedy, more. Be the vibe of like, I am grateful for what I already have. And the easiest way I do that is every morning in my gratitude journal, I'm just writing like, I thank you so much for the money in my bank account. Thank you so much for everything that I have. And just that gratitude will, again, I keep saying it, but make you a magnet for abundance. So that's like a huge one. I think that goes so underrated. But honestly, once you start integrating this into your routine, it's going to be life-changing. Okay, and we're already at the last one. What the heck? Shortest episode ever. Wow, I just looked down. It was 15.55. 555. Oh my God. That means abundance, I think. Wow. Okay, that was an alignment. Okay. Okay, the last one. Okay, so this one, if you're listening and you own a business, this is more geared towards you. But, and this is so, again, sounds so simple, but rework your offer so it's in alignment with you. So many of my clients will come to me and they'll have like offers that just don't make sense in terms of reaching financial wealth or abundance, which, I mean, bless them, they're doing the best that they can. But by working with a coach, they're able to like see the big picture. That's like the whole point of working with a coach, right? And so sometimes you just have to look at your packages and your offerings and being like, is this enough to make me like the months that I want to hit? So let's say you want to really hit a 10K month, right? But you're selling one-off calls for like $99. You're going to have to sell a shitload of calls, okay? Like you're going to be burnt out. Whereas let's say you create this beautiful package that was $1,000 a month and it's like they get 3 calls, they get one-to-one access with you over like voice note support, they get access to all of your events, they get access to maybe like your membership or any ebooks that you have, anything like this. You create these memberships, right? Then you only need to sell 10. Like it just makes the offer and the idea of making more money make way more sense. And when the offer is out there, is when you make the money. If you don't have the offer, how are you supposed to make money? And it sounds so simple in my head, but me and my best friend talk about this all the time. They're like, it's just like, wow, it really goes to show like when you have the offer, people will buy it. So you just have to put your offer out there. So my encouragement to you is that if you're listening to this and you own a business, like if you're not hitting those months that you want to hit or bring in that money, can you rework your offer so it's a high value offer? I like to call it Tony Robbins actually calls it, not me. He calls it an irresistible offer. How can you create an irresistible offer and over deliver so that when clients are referring to you, you're getting really great testimonials, and that is just snowballing towards you making more money. So again, basic, but so transformational in how you show up and what your bank account looks like. So if you have an offer out there that's $10 and you have an offer out there that's $1,000, it's like if you're selling and if you're in alignment, the $1,000 will sell just as well as the $10 one. You just got to raise your value and raise your worth. Okay. I don't know who needed to hear that all today, but I hope it landed with you. And I love you all so much. So let me just recap. my 5 tips to manifest more money. 1, ask for it. 2, become an energetic match for it. 3, feel good. 4, be grateful for what you already have. 5, rework your offer so it's in alignment with you. Again, I don't know what you expected when you first started listening to this. This might be like, whoa, I didn't expect this at all. This might make sense. I hope it obviously does and it's landing with you and that you start integrating it immediately, because for someone like myself who's been using these tools for years now, I can be a testament to you that they do truly work if you integrate them. It's so easy to listen to this episode and then be like, okay, yeah, good to know, and never integrate it. But the magic is in the integration. So I really hope you do. And I really hope it transforms your life and brings you more money. Because at the end of the day, money, I don't care what anyone says, but money can buy you freedom. And if you're in alignment with doing what you love, money will come to you very effortlessly. Maybe that'll be my next episode around, is like how to get into alignment. Because when you're in alignment, again, like I said, money just flows. Okay, babes, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you know anyone who's struggling with money mindset or how to manifest more money, please share this with them. It means so much to me. And yeah, if you loved this episode, send me a message. Let me know what your biggest takeaways were. And I'd love it if you'd rate and subscribe. Okay, love you all so much. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.